In this video, we're going to be talking about why the most important part when it comes to manifestation is actually embodying the version of who you want to be in the very moment of now. So by being and having an energetic beingness, right, we embody that of which we desire naturally. So what this means is that we're not trying to be a certain way to get to a future moment to then live that desired reality, right? Because then we are putting our happiness on a future moment. So our happiness is on pause to this future moment where we deem ourselves as our best version to then be able to embody the traits and feel the feelings of that desired version that we want to be. And the problem with this is that once you get to that next phase, you'll always want to be at another phase and have bigger and better. And also your happiness is becoming conditional because you think to yourself, once I get there, then I'll be happy. So it's all about embodying the energy of who you want to be right now and enjoying the process. So our desires gain form through our awareness, right? So when we have a desire or a vision or a goal, right, and we imagine that in the fourth dimension, in the quantum field, right, we are giving energy to this thing that is not created yet, but exists in the imaginative plane, in the imaginative realm, right? And that through our energy and consciousness, we give that thing we give it power and we make it become real, right? Through our own energy, through our own visioning it. When we close our eyes, we're actually giving that thing energy and we create it into the 3D, right? So we imagine what we want in the 4D, in the quantum realm, and by us putting our awareness and our energy to it, we start creating it into the 3D reality, right? So without our awareness, without our energy, what we want cannot exist, right? So it's actually, we are the vessels to create that thing into our life, right? So your manifestations gain form. Simba, my dog's here. Your manifestations gain form through your beingness. So we mustn't make the mistake in thinking, oh, the things that I want are out there, right? And I need to go and get them. No, we must, through our beingness, which is the same way as saying through our energy, right? Give those things form by us embodying the person that has those things and creating that into our 3D world, right? So you're actually being the person to gain, to live the outcome, to live the reality. You're not trying to make your outside reality a certain way for you to then be that person, for then you to live that reality. That is the wrong order. Simba. Right. Therefore, to manifest, right, and live our manifestations, we must do it through our sense of being. So that we've discussed already. So by our consciousness, by living in the present moment, right, the embodiment of that which we desire to be, right? Not trying to get into a future moment, just by being in the now. So the more we can understand that for us to go anywhere near our manifestation, to get closer to our manifestation, for us to live that reality, we have to embody the version we would be then, now, to the best of our ability, right? What could this look like? Taking on the traits that you think that person would have, having the daily routines you think that person would have, right? Embodying a sense of being that that person would have, right? So if that person is successful, wealthy, takes care of themselves, is assertive, is confident, treats people kindly, has morals, has values, right? You need to embody that version of you now, because there is nowhere else to get to, right? And there is nowhere to go back to. The only moment that exists is now. So if you think about it, you're thinking, right? This is me, this is my energy, this is the now moment, right? I need to be the best I can be in the best energy for my outer world to pick up on that vibration and reflect back to me in people's circumstances, places, and things, my vibrational frequency that I am emitting out. We are that of like a radio station, right? And the universe picks up on our radio wave. So it's never about projecting who we want to be into a future moment and wondering when is the outside world going to reflect that back to me, right? It's all about who am I being right now? What is my energy right now? How am I showing up? Am I showing up like the person I want to be? This can also look like falling in love with your own damn life, where you are now, right? Wherever you live, whatever your circumstances, Start acting like who you want to be, right? That, for example, that coffee you make yourself in the morning, right? Wake up, enjoy that. Oh my God, that's the best cup of coffee you've ever had, right? Your breakfast, I'm enjoying this breakfast so much, right? Give everything your all, right? Put your full energy into whatever you are creating. Because if you know, and we know that the only moment that exists is now, why would we not do that, right? Because there's nowhere else for us to go. So it's not about getting somewhere else, envisioning something else and projecting that into a future moment. It's about, I am the best I can be right now. I will keep improving, but I'm going to thoroughly enjoy who I am right now. And I'm going to project that out and emit that vibrational frequency to the outside world, not of lack, not of desperation of, I feel I'm in lack because I don't have the money yet. Not of in desperation because I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. Never anything like that. Always embodying the happiest version of you that you can be, the most joyful you can be, because as human beings, we're always in two states, right? Either an empowered state or a disempowered state. And depending on which state we are, which we obviously want to be in an empowered state, we're going to get feelings and emotions and thoughts to act on impulsions and act on impulses of things that we want to do that are going to take us close to where we need to go, right? That's why it's important to have these energy check-ins and do things that make us feel good. So fall in love with your life, fall in love with who you are now. Let's stop future projecting onto a future vision, better version of us that we want to be, that we're not there. And if we could only get there, then we'd be happy. Let's love ourselves now. Let's take the best care of ourselves right now that we can. And let's embody that version right now. Because once you make that decision and you jump, your quantum jump, right, and you literally choose to be your 2.0 version, the outside world catches up, right? Because it has to reflect back to that you are being. Right? And it might take a little while, but it will adjust. It will adjust because it has no other choice but to adjust to that vibrational frequency that you are emitting out. Okay, so ultimately we always have a choice. Who do I want to be in this present moment? How do I want to show up? Okay? And also we have to go in, we have to dig deep with our emotions. Sometimes we'll get these emotions coming up, the inner child telling us we're not good enough. How could you? Right? You need to sit with that inner child. We need to soothe them, have an adult, caring, compassionate conversation and let it know that it's not true that you're not worthy, that that's not true. The ABC happened because perhaps you weren't in the right environment, or that person, if your dad left or your mom left or anything traumatic happened to you, they weren't prepared to be a parent. Then it had nothing to do with your value, because every baby that is born is just as valuable as the other one. Okay, so heal those thoughts, right? Transmute, transcend, be the alchemist, right? And keep showing up as who you want to be, because ultimately we always have that choice. Every moment is a chance to be a new you. Every day is a chance for you to wake up and decide that I'm going to be a better version of myself. Nobody has that power to take that away from you, no outer circumstance. And be aware to not be addicted to your pain, right? Because we get addicted to what we're used to, right? And we can stay in vicious circles just because it's the known. And our bodies and our emotions will actually search for creating the same experiences, or an experience will happen and we will recreate that means a bad thing about us just because that's the known, right? So watch yourself, right? Stop yourself when you see these things happening. If need be, keep a journal. Why did I feel this way today? What did this mean to me? Was that true? Right? It's all about stopping, almost getting in between the where you are now to where you want to be, but observing like what is making me feel I can't get there? What are the thoughts and the bullshit beliefs I'm telling myself that's stopping me being able to be that person, right? Because it's we self-sabotage, right? It will almost always be you. And that's like the tricky but good part, because you know it's deep down, it's you against you. But it's not really you against you. It's you accepting you and you improving and you're embodying the version of who you want to be right now. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Let me know what you loved about this video, any ideas about it that you're going to incorporate in your day-to-day life. Subscribe, share it with somebody that might need it, and please give us a like. It really supports my channel, and I hope you have an awesome day. And remember, embody your best version right now.